a remarkable journey when we started 2 years back. As he just mentioned that we started this whole thing during the pandemic when most of the businesses were struggling actually to run their business. We started a new business. But there is a history to it, okay? What we started was a result of last 7 years of very actively angel investing ourselves. So me and Gaurav was very, very actively investing in startups. I was most of the time working with the founders. So I used to work with founders, select the best opportunities for investors. And on the other side, Gaurav was always working with the investor community, telling them about this asset class, going to tier 2, tier 3 cities, okay, and helping local business community to come into the mainstream. So with that mindset, that one side on founder side, one person educating the other side of the community, which is investors, we started with a vision of can we create a connected community where investors and founders can talk to each other, okay, have conversations, engagement, and in the process, we reached to a level where investors are very happily want to invest in the companies, okay, and the whole process we wanted to be a knowledge driven, okay, so that we were continuously educating the investors because it's a new asset class in India. People don't know about it. So our one of the major focus was not only in investment transactions, but actually in counseling the community. And this whole idea worked, okay, because prior to that, never ever in India, any investor network or a platform or a fund has taken a community approach. People were always building communities in closed door situations. So they used to call investors in a closed door situations like this and used to invite startups, and the engagement was happening in a closed door. Nobody knew basically how it works, what are the do's and don'ts. And even they were not encouraging their own investors to talk to each other. They always wanted to control the ecosystem. We changed this. Right from the very first day, we created a very open community where investors were allowed to talk to each other, form basic investment thesis, learn from each other's investment style, and the whole idea actually really become almost a viral when we started this company. And the result that today when you see that we already have invested in 100 companies and we have created an ecosystem which is not only in India, it has gone in 40 countries across the world. There are 430 cities across the world. And out of these 430 cities, more than 100 cities are outside India. So imagine a person who is sitting in France, in Paris, and he wants to invest in Indian startup companies. One, he didn't have a platform to easily reach out to and discover opportunities. Second, he didn't have a motivation or encouragement to directly talk to the founders, okay? And third is there was no way he can connect to the other fellow investors, like-minded people in India or abroad. So this is a kind of like an open source community that we created, which resulted into such support and love and response that we are getting from all over the world. We have covered 40 cities this year. Okay, we have gone to cities like Bilaspur, Raipur, Chhattisgarh I'm talking about, okay, and tier 1 cities also. So Bombay, Bangalore, Delhi, everybody goes, but nobody is going to cities like Bhilwara, Kota. So we are going to those cities and bringing the local ecosystem, the local business community, okay, being a part of this ecosystem. So this is one side of what we are doing. On the other side, we are going to cities like Dubai and Singapore and Hong Kong and China, just trying to bring the Indian expat community into the startup ecosystem. So it's like, while investing is the outcome that we are chasing, we are building the community on ground. And we knew that this work cannot be done without technology. So right from the very first day, we were making a platform. This technology platform we launched 6 months back. The platform name is invest.com. This is spelled like invest.com, invest.com. This is an open technology platform, first of its kind in the entire world. There is no such platform where you can discover deals, you can invest, you can do the entire transaction. Then you can also network with people and can manage your own portfolio also. So it's like investing, networking, and managing your portfolio all at one single dashboard driven kind of experience. This is what we have built. I feel today our strongest point, although we are number one in country. This year, all quarterly reports, we have been the most active investor network of the country. But that's not what we take pride. We take pride in creating this open source community where people are exchanging ideas, they are joining hands. Our investors are not only passively investing in companies, but they are becoming partners, they are helping the founders to grow big. And I think that is, I feel, is the biggest achievement of what we have made, where people are freely basically coming and talking to each other. And in this direction, one thing that I just wanted to highlight, that we are not only conducting workshops and webinars online and offline when we go to these either tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 cities, or we go abroad. We have taken it seriously. And we have joined hands with IIM Lucknow just to create India's first program, a structured certification program on angel investing. That means when we go to these cities and we call people and educate them, and when they get excited about it, the next question is that how they can take this interest forward. So the technology, that platform that we created, that is solving one problem so that they can stay connected, they can learn from the peers, and they can find their own interest, okay, deals and opportunity, and they can take their own decisions to make investments. So ease of investing is already there, but on the education side, we have formed that program that I'm talking about, that we have made only for angel investors with IIM Lucknow. That was basically a transformational mindset that I'm talking about. That we are very, very conscious about the fact that we don't want our investors to lose money. This is a risky asset class. Gaurav himself, because he comes from a chartered accountant background, right from the day one, he was very, very particular about that we need to build a company on a very regulatory framework, a compliance base. We should be very conscious about what we are telling people, because people feel that they should follow what we have done. He himself is one of the leading angel investors of the country. 100 investments he has done personally from his pocket. I've done 50 investments. So even before when we started the company, both of us have already invested in more than 120 companies. So with that experience, we have actually approached this entire thing. We have 3 more co-founders with us, in total a team of 5. We have now team size of 55. We have venture partners who have become partners and who have invested in our company, almost 70 of them. So together as a team, we are building this, and I'm very happy to share that we have now reached to a level where we have launched a regulatory framework funds, and I want Gaurav to talk about it. It is a transformational thing that with technology and now with these funds and the community, we have a full stack solution to anyone basically who wants to start their angel investing journey. Even like tomorrow, if you yourself basically wants to understand this asset class, I can tell you, I think you will not find a platform like this where information is there, openness is there, transparency is there, and there is a regulatory framework. And now that this fund, I think we are leaping into a very, very different a level. I want Gaurav Bhai just to talk about what is the big announcement and what is the next level of funding ecosystem that we are building.
We are here to TiE Global Summit, and I think we have taken a very bold step. In 2 years, we have taken a lead title sponsorship of a TiE Global Summit. As you know, this is the 7th edition of TiE Global Summit, and it's a very large event. Almost about 4,000 people are attending it. And there, as a young company like us, which is just a 2 years old company, when we are doing this, equally we are mindful of that when Neeraj Bhai was saying that we are making sure that communities we are building all across tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 of India, class 1 cities of India, which is Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Delhi, and global capitals of India, which is Singapore, Dubai, London, New York, and all those cities. So when we are building community, we are mindful of that all the 3, which is tier 2s, the class 1 cities of India, and the global capitals are taken care in our community. Then comes the technology, very detailed. Neeraj Bhai shared with you that we have enabled everything in the technology. So we have solved the problem of investors. We have solved the problems of startup founders. We have solved the problem of the ecosystem enablers. There are some syndicators who wanted to do that. We have, through technology, we have made it a very, very democratized thing. It's a purely a democratized. We have actually, by way of going to the tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, we have democratized it. And the second way we have democratized is by way of technology. Now, on a click of a mouse, everything in a click, you can get all information. Earlier, the networks was always keeping the information in a very confidentiality. We have made that open that if you wanted to take an investment decision, you should be informed about that. You should be aware of that. And in that responsibility, we are making sure that whenever we are educating people, because lots and lots of organic thing is coming. When Neeraj bhai was saying about Bilaspur, in Bilaspur I was there and there were 90 people. None of them ever attended any startup investing event. In Kota, when I was there, almost about 140, 160 people, none of them ever attended a startup investment event. Bhilwara, there were 40, 45 people, none of them attended. Erode, Salem, Vellore, these kind of cities. We are mindful of that we are now going to be informing about them as a new asset class. So we are educating that when you are onboarding this asset class, what are the things you need to take care. So we become very responsible. As a capital raising company, we should only be focusing on, if somebody other company would have been there, they must only be focusing on raising the capital and would have only be talking to people, those who are giving the checks, but we are not doing that. What we are doing, we are informing people that this is an asset class. Out of 90, maybe 9 people will invest. Maybe 15 people will invest today. Or maybe 20, 25, 30 people will invest next year or 6 months. So we are taking care of that also. And to compliance, where Neeraj bhai wanted me to share with you, friends, we are a very compliant organization. We are very responsible towards that. To have that, investing was done in last 4-5 years by multiple ways, but we have chosen a path of totally compliant, which is, we have recently, got the approval for 2 funds. One fund is our SEBI regulated AIF category 1 angel fund, which is there. And another fund is from Gandhinagar Gift City. All of you must be knowing that there is a gift city which is a special economy zone for financial services, which is there. And we have another fund which is there, which is mirroring it. So anybody sitting in London wanted to invest in an Indian startup, or sitting in Dubai wanted to invest in an Indian startup, we have a regulatory framework available. They need not to bother about anything. We are taking care of RBI, we are taking care of SEBI, we are taking care of everything. So try by community, by way of technology, and by way of compliance, we are making sure that everything is done. And friends, in Telangana, we are quite excited. Yesterday, the kind of Minister Saab was there, and the way he talked about it, and the way T-Hubs, the entire success story is coming out, and the way you are building this great city of Hyderabad, I think we are mesmerized. I wanted to say, and I wanted to congratulate each one of you, because you come from this city, and this city is basically built because of you people. So I wanted to really congratulate you. The way Hyderabad is coming up is phenomenal. It's phenomenal, friends. I'm pretty sure that at the times, this is going to be the startup capital of India. And I want to really congratulate you also, and wanted to give you a wish also that that's very important that this city is doing. So friends, in next 5 years, we are going to be investing in 50 startups from Telangana. That's we Founder Circle wanted to take that kind of a stand, for this region. And we will be actively working right now. There are some startup from this region only. I would like to request, Neeraj to kindly talk about that.